everyone, welcome back to my channel and Life Goes On by Tanvi, and I'm Tanvi, and these are my hands, and this is like faded henna. So I went for a wedding, and in India when we have weddings, so we put henna on our hands, and yeah, so that's where it comes from. And now because it's been a few days, so the henna is like coming out. So I'm sorry if the hands do not look as beautiful. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, so we have 3 files today. So today's reading is all about Akashic Records. So firstly, let me explain the concept of what exactly are Akashic Records, because I feel that there's a lot of misconception. Like I always say, that anything that you do or you watch, like for example, this could be making career choices, making choices in your relationships or anything. At the end of the day, it all has to be about what your gut is trying to tell you, and not what my gut or somebody else on YouTube or any other person's gut is trying to tell about your future. So your Akashic Records. I know that many people read Akashic Records, and it's a beautiful duty to be doing that, and a wonderful gift. But at the same time, I believe that we can all have access to our own Akashic Records as well. So whenever you go to a reader, it has to be like a confirmation of what you already know. And of course, you can get new information, and then later on you might feel more aligned to that information. But yeah, so exactly this is what this reading would also be about. Like, what I'm trying to say with all of that is, like, whatever I say, let it be more of a confirmation to what you already feel intuitively. And if there are some things that you like that I'm saying, and that's an extra bonus, so take that. If you don't like it, then just let it be. If your intuition says that this is bullshit, like, really consider this as complete bullshit and completely choose to ignore me. Okay, so Akashic Records, coming back to Akashic Records. Akashic Records, they say that are sort of your memory in every aspect, in every place, in every season, in every time. So like, if you have seen my previous videos as well, I always try to explain how space and time are sort of we are sort of like multi-dimensional, and we are existing at the same time at multiple spaces. Okay, and also at the same time at different times as well. Okay, so if it's making sense. So Akashic Records are certain, it's like every place you go, okay, so that place forms a memory. So this could be like certain place that you visited, or certain air that you used to breathe when you were younger. So you might feel like a connection with a specific day of the week, a specific part of the month, or something like that. And that is all because of your Akashic record. Now, you might also feel that, certain events in your life or certain months are always all lucky for you, while certain other months are not as lucky for you. So for example, you might feel like a repeating pattern always goes on in specific months. So maybe you've had breakups in the month of January, or you always break up with a new person. Hopefully you're not breaking up with the same person over and over again. Like, I believe that you should make newer mistakes and not the same mistake over and over again. Okay, so yeah, so so that, it's like that's because there's an Akashic record there in that specific time or that specific memory, which you are sort of not able to let go of. And so once you heal that aspect, if you choose to heal or forgive that person, you would actually rewrite the experience of the upcoming months. Otherwise, you would, sort of keep reliving them if you do not make the conscious choice of changing your experiences related to that place, related to that time of the year. I hope it's making sense. So for example, some people say that every, I don't know, like, okay, I don't like the trend of Monday blues, and I don't understand how proudly people just go around saying and talking about Monday blues. And I was actually on a dating app, I guess a few months back, and a number of times, like, anytime you match with somebody, everybody say, how are the Monday blues? I'm like, what is this about Monday blues, and how is it like a good thing when somebody says that I'm dealing with the blues? Like, what's wrong with you? Why can you not just, sound positive on a Monday? And yeah, so you're getting my point. Like, when you keep on repeating that, okay, it's a Monday blue, it's a Monday blue, oh, I'm sad on Monday, I'm sad, it's Monday. There's really something that you need to make a huge change in your life about and rewrite the definition of Monday. Otherwise, every Monday, even if it's a vacation or a holiday on a Monday, you would still feel that energy around. As soon as Sunday goes away and Monday comes around, you would still feel that level of exhaustion, and it still would not feel like a Sunday or a Saturday night or a Friday night. Okay, it's because of that memory is deeply engraved, and our body naturally understands time. We do not need clocks to understand time. Our body naturally understands the coming and going of the sun, the coming and going of the moon, and so we naturally incline and understand how time is working, and it's like we are creating our personal relationship with time. Yeah, so I know that was a long rant, but I hope I was able to explain a little bit about what Akashic Records are. In more simplistic words, or what most people say, like, this can also predict like where your life is headed towards and what your destiny is. I always say that please take it with a grain of salt. Like, destiny is something that we create, but it has to be like a conscious decision. Okay, you have to live your life like that. So anyhow, so I've like created 3 piles. So it'll go like what your soul intended you to be in this lifetime, how you are presenting, what your soul truly is, how you are presenting or showing up as in this lifetime, what lessons are you learning in this lifetime, and what surprises are there for you in this lifetime. So we'll be covering all these messages in these 3 piles. Yes, so let's see. So the first pile is the tiger eye. So this is the crystal. It's pile number 1. The second pile is the black tourmaline. And third pile is the rose quartz. So take your time, pause the video and pick your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 1. So if you chose this black tourmaline, no, this is not black. Okay, what's happening, like, okay, so this pile and the second pile, I don't know, the crystals just kept getting mixed up, okay, and every time I picked this up, I don't know, the black tourmaline would just jump onto this pile, and I don't know. Okay, so maybe there's some connection between pile number 1 and pile number 2. So maybe later on you can check out both. I just felt like saying that. So if you chose this tiger eye, then this is going to be your pile. So let's see what we have. So firstly, we're going to, so if in case you skip the intro, I would really recommend that you listen to the entire description about what exactly Akashic Records are. Okay, I just started coughing. Okay, so firstly, like, before I go on and tell you about everything, I would just like to say that, because I started coughing, and I would like to take that as a sign, because I just feel like saying that. I felt like, because this is tiger eye, I saw a tiger, okay. I don't know if you have been getting dreams of a tiger, or if you feel very attracted to a tiger or, a cat. But cat and tigers can also signify protection. And so can black tourmaline, and so can tiger eye. At the same time, what I was also getting was, like silent strength. Silent strength, but knowing when to roar. It's like your silence is your strength, but you should also roar. You're also somebody who's not just supposed to bark, you're supposed to roar. So whenever you open your mouth, it has like your words have a lot of impact on people. It's a message that I was getting just directly, so I just want to say that. Yes, your words seem to have a lot of impact on people. Probably you don't realize this, or probably you don't speak much, some of you I'm getting, but maybe you don't realize the huge impact your words have on other people. So it's like silence is golden for you guys, but speaking is like roaring. You have to, the tiger is, I don't know, I'm getting like a lot of power, a lot of silent power from this pile. That's so cool. Like, I feel like that's something that your soul is. Your soul is sort of very powerful. It's very silent. Even if you're not that kind as a person, like from the exterior, I feel like this is what your soul is. It's extremely huge and powerful. It's extremely strong and resilient. And your words hold a lot of value in people's lives. Not sure if you're doing something relating to, you know, where you have to speak a lot or you're trying to do something like that. Could be possible, but like, it's like your words mean a lot. Your opinion means a lot to people. Yeah. So let's see. So we have, so before that, the Akashic records are like the records that are stored in sort of like, after living all the lifetimes, your soul has already lived a lot of lifetimes, and so you have already accomplished a lot of things, and so a lot of things have already been stored in the atmosphere, in the time, and because time and space are all, you know, sort of like going on in parallel as well. So it's all really already stored everywhere. So this accessing this knowledge often helps us validate our path, know us who we are at a soul level. And that's what we're going to do in this reading. Also, please make sure that you take this reading as like a confirmation to what you already feel intuitively. If in case you do not like what I'm saying in this reading, please feel free to shut this video, okay? There's no problem in that. So yeah, so these 3 cards are going to tell us about what your soul truly is about. Then we have this one and this one. So these 2 are going to tell us about what your soul came here to do, and like how your soul is showing up in this particular lifetime. Then these 2 cards are going to tell us about what lessons your soul is going to, like major lessons in this lifetime. And these 3 cards are going to tell us about what are the surprises, or like, you know, amazing surprises, like in the best possible sense, that are awaiting you in this lifetime. Yeah. So firstly, like, for what your soul truly is, we have inner earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings, jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change, you are not for everyone, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. This is very powerful. Like, you know, I feel again a lot of that tiger energy, and I feel like, you know, there's this tiger standing here, like this is like the tiger's cave, and the tiger's looking outside the cave, and then there's this huge land outside, and the tiger is just, you know, viewing this from within this cave. I don't know. Yeah, now it's visible. It says you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So your soul is used to a lot of changes. Like I said, like, you are very resilient. I was getting like a lot of power from this pile. Your soul is very strong, stronger than you give yourself credit for, and much stronger than you have realized right now. And when you are such a strong person, it is quite normal to be misunderstood. It is quite normal that you might have difficulty finding friends, you know. It's like, for example, a lion, okay? So sheep has a herd. A lion doesn't have like a herd all the time. So a lion sort of like walks its own path. And I guess so does a tiger, you know. It's not like they're always in a herd like sheep, and they're always, you know, following the other sheep and things like that. So it's that kind of an energy. It's very independent, that feline energy, like a cat, okay, as well. So cat is as well very, very, very independent. And I feel again like roaring. You are not for everyone because people are not as smart as you. I just want to say this, okay? I don't know if this was a validation that you guys needed. At the same time, your soul is like used to going through and embracing a lot of changes. You might feel like the changes initially that you have, either you are going through these changes in your life and you feel very uncomfortable that why can I not sustain to one thing? Why can I not sustain to one country, one place, one city, one job, and why do I have to keep changing, or relationships, and why there's so many changes and upheavals and unpredictable changes, just why do they just keep coming into my life? And I feel like it is because your soul is used to these changes. I feel like you're a very old soul, and hence since you have had a lot of past lives, it's like, sort of like your early lifetime would be more of reliving some of those past lives as well. So this inner earth, you have like this whole inner planet and inner wisdom, which maybe at times nobody really acknowledges and recognizes because they are not as smart as you, so they cannot comprehend how deep your mind is. And this, like with the jump in card, I'm also seeing like your soul is wanting these changes, even if you feel like you desire stability, but your soul likes changes, your soul likes adventure, your soul likes to change places, to change jobs quickly, to try to go to the next thing quickly. Your soul is very adventurous. So that's what your true self is, okay? And your soul is also not afraid to be weird, and true north is all about following your purpose. And whenever you follow your purpose, it will seem weird. And with this true north, I'm also getting like the energy of the Fool card from the tarot deck. So in the tarot, there's a Fool card which has a number 0. And that this, like, a person who's dressed up like a beggar is like jumping off the cliff. And so this person in that card has chosen to walk away from its family and is called the Fool because that person is not listening to anybody else and is not sort of confining to the laws of the society, to what people think they should be doing, and they sort of have beat to the, they actually just beat to the rhythm of their own drum, beat of their own drum. That's the phrase, right? And just go with the beat of their own drum. And that's why people cannot understand you, because understand that most people are sheep, and hence they are used to of others just following that trail of path, or they're just ants and they just used to for others just following instructions and not having their own say. But you are not one of them. Maybe while growing up as well, you might have felt a little out of place. You might have felt like, what's wrong with me? Why can I not make friends easily? Or why do I not have a lot of long-term friendships? Why am I doing things that, most people are not doing? Why can I not just live a normal life? But I feel like the more you think about these things, the more stuck you will be, because this is not what your soul truly is. Your soul is free and wild. Like, it's wild. It's like a wild animal, okay? And your soul wants you to embrace this wild aspect. Life will be very easy for you if you embrace the fact that you like to have change, and your life will be filled with changes. And like I was talking about the Fool, I read that it is ruled by Uranus. So Uranus is a planet of unexpected changes. Even the Tower card in the tarot, which talks about unexpected changes, unexpected moments of everything crumbling down, everything seeming like, oh my God, everything is just falling down like the tower. And why is everything happening to me? Things like that, It's like your soul wants you to experience that, because your soul likes adventure and your soul likes to grow. And the more you accept that, okay, change will be a part of your life. And I'm not saying that, this will be all, things would never go according to your plan, but things would go better than your plans. It's sort of like teaching you to not be so controlling with your life, to not try to be a people pleaser, to not try to please everyone, not try to control every little situation that's happening around you, and just allow situations to be. It's more allowing you to go with the flow of life, jump in and say yes to change and adventure. You just have to just flow with the water and trust that the flow of the river in your life is taking you in the right direction. There are certain people to whom I never say this, but for this pile, I'm specifically feeling that you just have to trust where you are being led, because you have a very strong gut. Stop listening to others and just, if you have been doing all these things, this is just what your soul truly is. You still have to go to the other cards, but this is what your soul truly is. Your soul does not want to be an ordinary person, does not understand why people are stressed and this and that, and why can they just not live a happy life, and why do they have to complicate things. For example, maybe, and I'm just saying this is what I'm getting, okay, maybe the idea of marriage could seem like, why do people have to spend so much money on a wedding? If it's about two people celebrating their love, it can also be just about those two people being happy without wasting so much money. And I'm not saying that everybody who spends on them weddings are wasting money. It's a personal choice, but maybe you would have had this opinion, or this is what your soul really feels like. It's because your soul really wants to break the barriers and break the notions of what is a normal life. So let's see what your soul truly is here to do in this lifetime. So we have 7th house of partners and spider. Okay, so I'll read the guidebook as well for spider. But before that, I just want to say that the 7th house is a beautiful card. So because it talks about, okay, this is super good. I'm sorry, I just opened this book as well. So spider talks about through life's work, dharma, creator of prosperity through life's work, or dharma and purpose. This is so cool. And partner, the 7th house is all about marriages. It's all about union. So maybe the person, and this could be for some of you, just take what resonates, or just completely discard everything if it doesn't resonate. Maybe the person that you are or will be married to is somebody that will help you, and you will help step into their purpose, and who will help you step into your purpose and become more prosperous. Maybe after marriage things would become even better. So but again, this huge disclaimer, this does not mean that you need another person to fulfill your purpose, or if you don't find, or if you are not married till now, or if you're single right now, it doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path, or if it's only after you meet somebody that you will be able to accomplish something great. It's just that you'll be accomplishing a lot on your own, a lot, because you're a very brave soul, and like I said, tiger, lion, you have that feline independent energy, and you need somebody who could match you, who is also very feline independent and fierce when it comes to loving you. This person would support and love you unconditionally, okay? You will have reciprocity, you will have loyalty in that case, and that is how you both together can probably, whatever you've achieved before wedding could be great, but then after you meet this person could become so damn magnified that is beyond your or anybody's wildest imagination. Okay, so probably this is why, and maybe that you chose to take up a lot of lessons alone this lifetime. Maybe I'm getting in your past lifetimes you would have had a person, somebody who's always supporting you, but in this lifetime your soul chose you to go through a lot of lessons alone, so that you get to see how bloody powerful you are as an individual. So this says the spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us that creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than result-oriented. And soon your work becomes the weaving, like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. Okay, so you know what I'm getting it's your work has to be so sacred to you, and so unconventional and sacred to you that it shouldn't matter what other people think or say. And it is the same with every celebrity. It is the same with everyone who has followed their purpose in this lifetime. This can be a celebrity, this can be a chef. You talk to a person who's living their dream career, who's actually living their dream career. They might have had to face a lot of opposition, a lot of people telling them that they are alone or they're doing a stupid thing or things like that. They have all had to go through their own struggle period. But your work has to seem very sacred to you. You know, that's super important. Focus on your work, and that is probably how you'll meet your partner as well if you haven't met. It's like either ways. If you have met somebody, this person would enhance your career. But if you haven't met somebody, you'll meet the person when you step into your own purpose. You know, so it really depends on where you are right now. So any case, you have to step into your purpose. Now, these two cards are going to tell us about what lessons are you overcoming in this lifetime. So we have keep going forward, ascending the mountain, and surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. The message of patience was there in the spider card as well, that the spider is very patient with the result of how the web seems, because the spider is enjoying weaving the web. The spider in this case is not like, afraid of or thinking too much about where this, when the spider would be able to catch a lot of flies, how many flies it would be able to catch. No, do not focus on the material aspect of life. The less you focus there, and the more you focus on just the work that you're doing. If you're able to enjoy your work without, thinking about what result it would bring you, and because the joy of just doing that thing gives you so much joy and fulfillment that you do not sort of care about what the result would be, that is the main thing, okay? So you just have to keep going forward. And I'm also hearing, like, in Finding Nemo, like Dory says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. So Dory had like short-term memory loss. She had like dementia or something. And so she would just, her mom taught her that you just have to keep swimming anytime you feel lost in the ocean, because she kept losing her way to home, and she would just forget where she came from, but then she just remembered one thing, to just keep swimming. So just keep moving forward is the message. Like, no matter what people say, no matter what society says, no matter what anybody else says, if it feels right, if your work feels sacred, if your work feels like magic to you, if the creation of your work is joyful, is what brings you utmost happiness and joy, then just keep doing that. And the prosperity will definitely follow. I just want to say, because there are a lot of messages of prosperity in your in your pile. So, but it will be at the divine timing. So you'll also have to release the idea of control, that it has to be in this month and this year. Just let go of the idea of wanting to know when something would happen and how it's going to happen. So now we have like 3 cards which talk about the surprises that you might get in this lifetime. So we have the 5 of Swords, we have the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. You know what I'm getting? Like, the biggest blessing that you'll get in this lifetime is the fact that anytime if somebody is not being kind to you behind your back, even if this is a person who's very nice to you in front of you, you would, like, universe would get to, like, give you the answer, like, would just tell you out of nowhere. You'll just get to know, you'll just sense it, but I'm just getting, like, most of the times you'll just get to know from some other place, like, actually get to know, would get proper, tangible information that they were not being nice to you behind your back. It might be shocking at first, but this is actually the biggest blessing in this lifetime for you, because your purpose is sort of really important for humanity, I want to say, okay? I think everybody's purpose is super important to mankind. but yours is really important, and it's, I don't know, some way related to communication. So it's like this, if in case anybody does not have good intentions, this could be like in romantic relationships and friendships, mostly friendships I'm getting, universe will let you know. You will get to see what their true intentions are through some place or somewhere. You will be made aware of that. Nobody would be able to backstab you because you will get to know their true intentions. It might not feel that nice, but actually if you think about it, this is actually quite a big blessing. You might not like rejection, but the fact of life is not everybody would like you, right? Not everyone can like you. There will always be people who would be envious of you. And at the same time, universe will also give you a lot of healing, a lot of ways to heal. So even when you feel very alone, even when you feel like you have a lot of burden, because wands is all about energetic burden and swords is about mental stress, okay, anxiety. But wands is like physically you feel like energetically drained as well. You feel exhausted as well. Universe will give you healing. Either it will teach you ways to heal, either you'll be a healer, either you'll meet healers, either you'll meet people out of nowhere who have a very healing aura, either you'll meet people online who have a very healing aura, who would provide you healing. So yeah, so healing will also reach you. That's your biggest blessing. Like the universe wants you to keep going and trailing your own path. It wants you to create your own destiny this lifetime, to just embrace every single change and let go of wanting to know when something would happen, why is it not happening, when will it happen, what is this, why is this happening, why is that happening, and accept that everything that is happening for your highest good. Everything that's not happening is also not happening for your highest good. So everything is basically for your own benefit and your own good. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is like you will get healing, you will get the knowledge when somebody is not being nice to you, and you will be getting the healing that something or someone is like you are just being healed. Okay. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful in some way and it made some sense. And also, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And in case you would like to purchase my jewelry, all the links are in the description of this episode. So please feel free to contact me. And also, my podcast is also there. And please, 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 please like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell icon so that you're always notified about the upcoming new videos on my channel. Yes, so yeah, so bye-bye and life goes on. Bye-bye, take care. Hello, pile number 2. So if you chose this black tourmaline, then this is going to be a pile on your Akashic reading. So firstly, you do not really essentially need anybody to, just like you don't need anybody to be predicting your future. You can really trust your gut and learn how to trust your own intuition and know your own future. At the same time, you also do not need anybody to tell your Akashic records to you, because Akashic records are something that have been stored in the environment, for example, or around you. So since we've had many lifetimes, it's like it's stored in the places that you've lived. So that sense of familiarity that you feel with people, with places, with seasons, with days of the week, with months of the year. And that sense of familiarity, that sense that, okay, maybe this month always goes bad and things like that, that is because of your Akashic record in that particular month. It doesn't mean that it has to always go wrong or always be that way. You can, if there's something that you don't like, you can always shift your energy during that particular day or your mindset, and then attract different things during that particular time. Yeah. So how we're going to go in this reading is that we have these cards that would tell us about what your soul truly is, or how your soul truly is. Then we have these 2 cards that are going to tell us about how your soul truly is in this lifetime. Then we have these 2 cards that would tell us about what major lessons your soul is overcoming in this lifetime. And these 3 cards would tell us about what are the biggest blessings that your soul has in this lifetime. So let's see what your soul truly is about. We have the portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. The void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic boom. A new earth, it's happening, keep holding the vision. I feel like maybe, okay, so firstly, like, for pile one, because these crystals just kept jumping, so I felt like pile one must have had some messages in this pile, and you might have some messages in the first pile as well. So yeah, so if you feel called to, of course, you can check out the first pile. Also a disclaimer that in case you don't like something that I'm saying, just choose to ignore that, okay? Just don't follow that, okay? And just feel free to close the video. You don't have to follow what I'm saying. You just have to sort of take this reading as a validation of what your gut is already trying to tell you. So listen to what you like and just take what resonates and just leave the rest here. This is a general reading, okay? So yeah. So we have portal, the doors are opening, you decide, rewards and wild card. This is what your soul is. Ooh. And the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. And we have a new earth. It's happening, keep holding the vision. This is actually very different energy for some reason. It seems like a continuation of pile one, but I don't know. It seems like pile one after another lifetime or something like that, because maybe pile one in this lifetime as well, of course. Anyway, so you're getting my point, right? So if in case you feel, you can check out the first pile, but not mandatory. So coming here, I feel like in this lifetime, you're supposed to open many opportunities. Like, try things that you haven't done I feel like you have done. So it's like, again, like a similar message from pile one. Like, it's like you have lived so many lives and you've done so much over the past lifetimes that it's like you're sort of reliving every lifetime here and you're opening doors, but it's also like you're finishing everything that was left unsaid and was left unfulfilled in the past lives. So in this lifetime, like in general, your soul is not afraid of opening doors for yourself, like cultivating and bringing new opportunities, creating new opportunities. You could be people who are very entrepreneurial, okay? You have a very entrepreneurial mind, or you might have ideas that are completely out there. And your soul is not afraid to open new opportunities, to create new opportunities, to step into the unknown, and is also not afraid of saying no to the opportunities that you do not like. The void says stop, embrace winter, great cosmic boom. This could be that, your soul, from your soul's perspective, you're also not afraid of being single. It's like you are so emotionally independent. Your soul is that you don't really need anybody. You are okay with, you see that this person is like, I feel like this person is alone in this huge palace. Okay, I feel sleepy. I'm yawning. This is the second time I'm yawning in a reading. That was like long back. So maybe if you're a little tired, this message could be also relevant, that your soul is not afraid to take a break. Your soul knows that it needs a lot of breaks as well, and time to rest. And it's like embracing winter. It's like that hibernation mode. Your soul knows that when it rests, when it takes a break, when it takes 10 steps back, it is able to run 1,000 steps forward. So again, your soul is not afraid of taking 100 steps back, because it knows that it would go on, like, do the maths. So, it would just like take so many steps forward as well, because that's what this lifetime is about, and that's what your soul wants to do. Your soul also is very concerned about, like, has a strong connection to water and the entire planet. Your soul wants to help the world and sort of like leave this world a better place. This is what your soul truly desires, is to make the world a better place in some way. What is our world? Our world is just a creation of our mind, right? Like, if you don't think about the world, if you don't know about how big the earth is, oh my god, I'm yawning. Firstly, you can rest if you feel like resting, okay? Your soul knows when to rest. You don't have to be so active and doing and doing and doing all the time. Another message that I'm getting is like, allow opportunities to find you. Your soul is here sort of only for opportunities to be finding you, to be actually applying the law of attraction. I was reading this in the book by Stephen Hawking, and where he says that he was asked the question about whether God exists or not. But he said this beautiful thing. He said that we don't understand that for example, when you need coffee, human beings have to go to the kitchen and make coffee, and then they can drink coffee, right? So we think that the creation of universe also works like that. You have to create an opportunity. You have to like make the universe. It cannot just pop out of anywhere. But actually, universe can actually pop out of just nowhere. And that's really the law of energy. Like, energy is always balanced. It's like, if there's a lot of positive energy here, it has to be balanced by negative energy. If there's a lot of negative energy, it will be balanced by a lot of positive energy. So all you have to do is like stay positive. Like, somewhere else. I'm not saying that if you're positive, you'll have a lot of negative experiences. Not like that. But it will be balanced, is what I'm trying to say. That opportunities will find you. Your soul knows that you are able to attract things. You don't need to chase after people. You don't need to go after things or people and money. And the more you chase, it'll be like you're going against what your soul truly is here to do. Your soul is here to only walk. You decide. So like, walking or not taking those doors and opportunities would be up to you and your free will about what kind of life you want to live. But really keep holding your vision, and the vision of the highest life and the best life that you want to live, and opportunities are going to align with that vision and are going to find you. So it's actually like literally applying the law of attraction. Your lifetime, your soul wants you to experience how law of attraction is not just some random shit that somebody speaks about. It's not random. It is true. It is really fact. It's factual and it is real and it actually works. And your soul wants you to experience that. And this is what your soul wants you to experience in this lifetime. Wow, that's so cool. Wow, that's very nice. Very nice. Anyway, so these two cards are going to tell us about what your soul is going to in this lifetime. This is what your soul is truly, okay? So we have the Swan. And we have the 11th house of Friends. You know what? I feel like with the Swan and the 11th house of Friends, I feel like you are also going to attract a huge soul tribe. Like, you have not just one, but many people who are souls who have incarnated on this planet to either see you apply the law of attraction and learn from you, and then they would cultivate it themselves, and that would help them in their lives. You also have a lot of friends. You'll also make a lot of friends and probably have a lot of friends who would help you find your purpose even deeper. And like, there's also like a soulmate, like a partner, a divine partner, like who's on the same level as you, who's actually very strong and compassionate and nice, and who also cares about the nature and the earth and the planet, and sort of has a similar vision for the world and this planet, who also wants to make this world a better place, is a person, like, you're also supposed to do this with other people and teach them and learn from them as well. It's like you're not supposed to do all of this on your own. So you're not alone. You're not alone is another message that I'm getting. Because I feel like, you might feel lonely at times. but you're not alone. You're not alone. Your soul tribe will find you. Just have to know when to rest, because I think you put a lot of pressure on yourselves and you're not really satisfied that easily, and you're somebody who's probably been taught that you have to chase another goal, and then that's how you are worthy. If you are very successful, then you're worthy. If you are very rich, then only you are a good person or a successful person. But really, you don't need to do that. Life is short and life is to be embraced. So Swan talks about effortless creativity, sensitive, mystic, and elegant power. You see, effortless. This is what your soul truly wants you to learn. I think this is a huge thing that you have to do in this lifetime, is to just let things come to you. Understand the law of attraction, and maybe listen to Abraham Hicks. I mean, I love that. I love her and the way she speaks, but not everybody really resonates with what she says, and they don't really, I guess, probably understand what she's trying to say. But just like understand that the law of attraction is simple. It's just like you have to work on your energies. You just have to keep your vibrations high. Focus on your diet, focus on your mental health, focus on your physical health, focus on your emotional health, focus on yourself, and you would attract better opportunities. And whenever you're confused, just take a break, meditate, step 20 steps back, take a course, do something creative that calls and sings to your heart. It says the swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there. You really need to sleep, I think. You guys really need to sleep. It's okay. You are allowed to take breaks, I think. Maybe while growing up, you were taught that if you don't work hard, you will not be able to achieve a lot of things. That's not true, I just want to say. And this is why your soul feels a lot of fatigue if it does. It's because you are also supposed to be learning how to take rest. Okay, the swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted and taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, and inner vision likely to be revealed. It's like, to bring it into balance, you can have some solo time and you can also write. I think journaling would be a great idea and a solution for you guys. And also, I see that 35 adds up to number 8, which talks about 38 is like 35, and it adds up to number 8, and 8 is all about abundance, okay, and money. And I feel like the more you rest, the better ideas you will get, the more productive you will be. The more you rest, the more productive you will be. You really need to teach yourself how to rest. You do not have to chase people. Allow things to find you. Allow opportunities to find you. Allow people to find you. Learn how to take a break. Learn how to take rest. I just feel like repeating that. Okay, so these 2 cards are like the lessons that you are going through in this lifetime. Distant thunder, clear the air. I think like this card also talks about you just being in your castle. Just stay there, go inside. You don't have to solve everybody's problems all the time. I know that you're too concerned about what if you are not able to do anything in this lifetime. Probably you have this fear that, what if you're not able to fulfill your purpose? What if your time is going away? What if everyone is, doing this and that? And what would you do if you don't, stick to those timelines, if you don't finish this work at that time and that work at this time, and all that jazz. Clear the air, let it be, let it go, and take a long break. Take a break. If you've already taken a break, take a longer break. Okay? And maybe just start slow, start small. And surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. I think this also speaks about maybe not comparing your lifetime and how things are going to play out in your life with others. Maybe you've seen that others have achieved success or are getting married before you. In some cases, you might feel like, oh my God, I'm lagging behind. Oh my God. You're not supposed to be focusing on anybody else, because you are going to like live your own lifetime and live your own life. So now we have like the 3 cards that are going to represent what are the 3 major gifts and powers that you have in this lifetime. And we have the High Priestess, the 4 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. The High Priestess is a card that speaks about following your intuition. You're a very powerful person. You have a very strong intuition, a very strong gut. So you really need to know that you can really trust your own intuition. The High Priestess is somebody who just knows her power. She doesn't need anybody to tell her how powerful she is. She does not seek external validation. She does not seek validation from anyone in this world, and she just knows how powerful she is as an individual. So the High Priestess is like, yeah, like you are very powerful, and I think your biggest gift is your psychic ability. If you haven't already explored the psychic senses, I really believe that you should, you must. And you are highly psychic, and I feel that we are all psychic, but it's like, you know, your psychic ability is heightened when you are taking a break, when you're on a vacation, when you're resting, when you're meditating. It sort of becomes very heightened. So anytime you're confused, go take a break, go rest and meditate, okay? And also journal. The 4 of Pentacles is like a person who also knows what, I feel like the 4 of Pentacles in this case talks about loyalty. You know what's yours and you know how to fight for it. It's like, you know, I see this woman keeping the bag close to her, because it's not just money that's there in the bag, but she knows that how to use this money, where to use this money, and she knows the value of money, and she doesn't really disrespect money. It's not like she has a shortage of money, but it's like, I don't want to disrespect my money and my wealth. I would like to use it for the welfare of the world, and that is why I want to earn money. And that's exactly what the King of Pentacles is like talking about. Like, this lifetime you're supposed to be very rich, like very wealthy, but your gift is that, you know, it's, I was talking to somebody that another thing about money mindset is that we think that only people who are not who are sort of not good, you know, or are dishonest, only they are supposed to be rich. But the fact is that honest people are supposed to be richer, because if good people make a lot of money, they would be able to distribute that wealth. If wealth goes in the right hands, we would be able to distribute that. And it is not the hard fact, it is just that we have a mindset that money is evil, and because I am good, I don't want money. That's just not true. You are good, so you want more money. Ask for more money, earn more money, make money your focus, so that you're able to distribute that wealth and use that wealth in the right direction. So you're supposed to be very wealthy because you know how to use that wealth in the right direction and contribute to the society using that wealth, and not just be very selfish with your money. Yeah. So that's all that I have for you today, pile number 2. I hope that this was helpful in some way and made some sense. And yeah, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and click on the bell icon. Also, all my links to my jewelry store, to my podcast, to my Instagram are all in the description of this episode. So please feel free to contact me, okay? And I'll see you again next time, man. And life goes on. Bye-bye. Take care. Hello, pile number 3. So if you chose this rose quartz, then this is going to be your reading on Akashic Records. So firstly, I just want to say that this is very different energy from piles 1 and 2, because I felt like somehow pile 1 and 2, they were connected. Although they were different when I channeled, but initially I just felt like there was a strong connection. So maybe like it's like the same person has 2 completely different messages. Some of them, you know, you get that, okay? Okay, oh my God. I don't know. So, okay, anyway, so what was I trying to say? Yes, I was trying to say that In this reading, what we'll be doing is, like, if in case you've skipped the intro, I'll just give you like a brief introduction of what Akashic Records are. Akashic Records are sort of stored in every place, in every place that we visit, every season, every time of the day, every day of the week has a memory, and that memory creates records. And it's like all your lifetimes have had memories, and that the record of those memories is called Akashic record. It's like, for example, when you go to a new place, but you feel like a sense of familiarity, like you've been here before, because probably you have been and your soul has been calling you to visit that place. For example, when you see a person, you might feel like you already know that person or you've met that person before. It's because your soul already remembers, and that is stored in your Akashic records, in your memory, in the record or the library of your soul. I'm sort of giving a new definition in every pile. I'm sorry. But I think this was the best pile. This was the best definition. Please don't tell the other piles. Anyway, so in this reading, another disclaimer is the fact that please use this reading only to validate your own intuition, and don't let this reading take away from you. Take what you like, take what resonates with you, and just leave the rest here. It's not for you, like just ignore me, ignore this video completely, okay? But take what resonates, okay? So, here we'll be focusing on, like, these three cards are what your soul truly is, how your soul truly is, and these two cards will tell us how your soul is in this lifetime. And then we have, like, these two cards which are showing us the important lessons that your soul is undergoing in this lifetime, and these three cards are going to tell us the special abilities that you, or gifts that you have in this lifetime. Okay, so let's see what we have. So your soul truly is, we have trust the timing, perspective, and the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Wow, who are you all who are watching my readings? I'm so, like, I don't know, this is so cool. This is like, trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. And then we have golden children, the inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So firstly, with the golden children, I feel like, firstly, I feel we all are equally gifted. So probably if you are attracted to tarot readings, it's also very unique, because you see, like, not everybody watches these readings. I mean, still there are 7 billion people on earth, and even if like 1 million people would watch this reading one day, so still it's like a very small percentage of people who are watching that. So for you guys, I'm gonna say that you have to just trust the timing of the universe, and you're very rare, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. I think you're very childlike, because I feel very energized in this pile. You're very childlike. You like looking at the bigger picture, like your soul. Okay, so for example, your soul is actually is very gifted, like extremely talented in multiple areas, or maybe in one specific area. You might have one specific talent or a lot of talents, is also what I'm getting. So whatever is your talent, okay, you are very, 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 very gifted. And if you haven't, like, this is your soul, okay, what your soul truly is. And you are also very optimistic. It's like, there are certain people with whom if something bad happens, they only see the bad in others, and they start to become very negative, and they only have negative conversations. But your soul is something that is not negative at all. Your soul is like a baby, is what I'm getting, okay? Your soul is actually a baby, like, not in terms of, like, I'm not saying that you're not an old soul, that's not what I'm saying, but your soul is very young, like, very youthful. That's what your soul likes. It's very energized, even if you're like, irrespective of your age, irrespective of your soul's age as well. You might be a very old soul, but you're still very talented, and you're very optimistic as a person. You, like, your soul, like, from the soul level, your soul does not really care about what other people would say, what other people think, and honestly, anything negative, anything that brings your energy down, your soul is just not interested in that. This could be gossiping, this could be eating food that is negative. Your soul is happy. You're like happy, 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 happy people. Your soul trusts that there are good things happening, that everything that happens for a beautiful reason. It's like your soul already knows all these things, and it doesn't really need any external person to be telling that to it. Like your soul knows that. Your soul knows that you are truly wonderful beings, you're truly amazing, and you're really gifted, and your soul knows that you're just here to have fun. I'm like, of course you are, your rare gifts would make a huge difference in the world, but I'm also getting like, at the end of the day, you just want to have fun with your gifts. Okay, you just want to enjoy here your time on earth. You just want to have fun with whatever talent you have. You want to have fun when you go to work. You want to have fun when you come back home. Your soul wants to have fun when you're sleeping. Your soul just wants to be happy. It's like a happy, 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 happy child that I'm seeing. Okay, that just wants to play. You don't want to be afraid of life. You don't want to be afraid of any person. You don't want to be afraid of taking risks. You want to take risks. You want to travel. You just want to do whatever the hell your heart wants to you to do. Okay, this is such a positive energy. Like I'm just so happy. Like this is a happy, 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 happy soul. Your soul just wants to dance around, just wants to be goofy, just wants to stay weird for the rest of your life. It just wants to stay like a child, just wants to act like a kid. Your soul does not want to be like, that serious adult. Your soul wants to be like a happy, happy, happy child. Okay, and your soul trusts, like deeply trusts, that everything is going to happen greatly and at the right moment and at the right time, and your soul knows that there's nothing to worry about ever, and your soul is very optimistic. Wow, this is so great. Wow, pile 3. So I guess we'll just move on, because that's all that I'm getting, like happy, 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 happy. Okay, that's cute. Okay, so these two cards are going to tell us what your soul is going to do in this lifetime. So we have the fish. I get it. And the 5th house of creativity. So I'm going to read the guidebook for the 5th house as well. So for the 5th house, we have 29. No. 29. So we have every child is an artist. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up. See, there's child here as well. Like you get it, like you get the childlike free spirit. Like I feel maybe you were very artistic when you were a child, but you sort of suppress your talents, and you think that, oh my God, you have to be practical when you grow. Because I don't know, when I was channeling your soul, I felt that there was an energy of you thinking that you have to be practical, and you've sort of like maybe cultivated the sense of being practical. This is like, no. It says if Zodiac had a fun house, it would be the 5th house. This is the fun house. Be happy. Give yourself the gift of happiness. You get it? Like, I think your soul wants you to be happy, and that's what your soul is here to do. Like, just be happy and enjoy the time. Like, your soul doesn't care about any of the social drama. But maybe as a person, I feel like because we have the fish here, the fish can often talk about being distracted. The fish can talk about following your intuition, but also being very distracted. So if you're not in touch with your soul and your soul's energy, if you do not meditate a lot, if you don't like take care of yourself, and if you don't always surround yourself or go back into gossiping, there's a tendency for you to get distracted and feel trapped in that energy. Okay, but the fish is, so because the fish is something that is like very distracted, I'm getting. So you have a tendency of being very negative, probably, and I like, of course, negative is not something that I'm not saying that you're a negative person, you're not a nice person, but like you see, fish talks about restlessness, change of focus, lost in current. I feel like you might feel this pressure that you are not being childlike is not okay. So you might want to like be an adult. You know, like you might feel like I want to be a grown up. I cannot act like a kid. So you know, I don't know. This is such a cutie pie. I'm sorry, but your soul is very cute. It's like I don't know. You feel like a very cute person who's telling themselves, "No, you have to act like an adult." Okay, and so you try to act like an adult, and obviously that creates a lot of stress in your life. You don't realize like you are supposed to be like a kid, and that's what would make you the happiest, being like a child, not being like an adult. The moment you try to take on a lot of responsibilities and be like adult like as per the society's rules, that is where you start to have a lot of problems. Maybe while growing up you were the youngest in your family or something like that. For some of you, I'm getting, maybe you were the youngest in your family and you might have always wanted to grow up as, you know, and be the older one in your family. But and now you might suddenly, when you grew up, you might have started acting more responsible because this is what you always wanted. You felt like this is what would make you feel more valid. But I don't think that is the case. You don't have to do all of that. You just have to be a kid. You just have to act like a kid. You have to be immature for the rest of your life. You have to act like a baby. Okay, you have to, don't let yourself feel distracted from because of these societal pressures or because of what you think you should be doing. Just learn how to follow your intuition. Learn that when you take care of yourself, the universe will take care of you. When you act out of your authenticity, out of who you truly are, when you just embrace who you truly are at your soul level, and you become more like your soul, and you just trust your soul more and more, and not what so many people around you are trying to say, what they are trying to say, then that is when you begin to embrace your life. It's like, you know, I'm also getting a quote that you should take advice from people with whom you would like to exchange lives with. If you are, these could be family figures, like these could be your parents as well. If you keep taking advice from your parents, really think that their advice is their opinions, and their opinions and their thoughts and are where are how they created their lives. So if you would like to exchange your life with them, then go and take advice from them. But if you don't want to exchange your life or your mindset with them, if you don't want to be like them, then or live like them, then stop taking advice from them. Stop taking their advice so seriously. Stop taking their comments so seriously. Stop taking their opinions so seriously. You are not supposed to be serious. You're supposed to be childlike. You're supposed to be immature, and you're supposed to be creative out of that energy. You're not supposed to be creating out of a stressful energy. You know how certain people create out of pain. Sorry for that. So you know how certain people have this beautiful ability to alchemize their pain, to use their pain and create art out of it. You're somebody who's supposed to use your childlike nature and create art out of that. So that is what would make you really happy. This is what would truly give you the true happiness in this lifetime. If you embrace your childlike nature. So if you are creative, if you're not creative, you should be creating more art. It's again probably, I think you take a lot of pressure, because this is one pile where I felt like there was a huge disconnect between who you are in this lifetime and what your soul truly is. Like you have a major warning that you have a strong tendency of being distracted into just being another fish. But you're not another fish. You're not just another fish. You're supposed to go, you know, this fish is going upstream. So I'm getting like this is what you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go against the stream and not with the stream, not with the flow, not with the flow of other people. You have to go against, like, you know, the society and just create your own thing. But to do that, you have to just embrace your creativity, and your creativity flourishes when you act out of your childlike nature, when you be the child that you are, and it's okay to be immature. And it's completely, I'm also getting like Alia Bhatt in my head, like, how she's so childlike, but when she delivered this Gangubai and this entire I am like a huge Gangubai movie fan. Like, if it's a Bollywood movie, it's a recent Bollywood movie. If you haven't seen it, you must watch it. It's a beautiful movie. I still have the hangover of that movie, and I would any day would want to watch that movie again. It's a wonderful movie. Anyway, so like, how she otherwise seems very childlike, and before, I remember Gangubai was about to release, like, there were articles and people who had opinions that, oh, she's too young to play that role, but then after the movie, like, everybody was just quiet, like, oh my god, she's not. She's just something else. She did something else. And I'm getting that sort of an energy. Embrace who you are. It is okay for people to shame you for being a kid. And also, they're not really shaming you, is what I'm getting. I think you shame yourself. You are the one who puts a lot of pressure on yourself to not be a child. I think people really love that essence in you where you act like a kid. And they like taking care of you when you act like that. And you also feel very happy and calm when you act like a child. But it is really when you try to pretend like an adult that you feel very stressed. And it's okay to just allow people to be taking care of you. It's all right. I think stop trying to be an adult. It's okay. And everyone is different. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you, There's nothing wrong with you. So these two cards are going to tell us about the biggest lessons that you are going to embrace in this lifetime. It says surrender obsessive thinking and breaking the trail. A breakthrough is at hand. I feel like this lifetime is like an opportunity. Okay, again, the fish card says that you have a tendency to be distracted, but you might get a strong, big opportunity to make something great out of this lifetime. Maybe the family that you were born in, or maybe, whatever, you might land up on a big opportunity in this lifetime. But again, taking that opportunity would be happening only when you're able to embrace that childlike nature in you, because otherwise you would just keep rejecting opportunities because they wouldn't seem practical enough for you. Because to take the leap of faith, you actually have to act like a little childish and a little stupid in front of the eyes of the society. And every genius was initially called crazy and mad and stupid before they went on and did their own thing and then proved the entire world wrong. And then the entire world was, ended up writing history books about them. But this is exactly what I feel you're here to do. Now, in the surrender obsessive thinking, it says, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. Your soul trusts the plan of the universe. Your soul is very trusting of the universe. Your soul feels very safe in this world. But you have learned how to not feel safe in this world. And I think you think that embracing being unsafe or of wanting to feel unsafe in this world is really logical, because you have to be careful and alert, and that's practical. I don't know. That's I think what this obsessive thinking is talking about. Stop wanting things after things and going after goals and goals. Just relax and enjoy your life. You get only one life. You should really live it like, what if this was your last day? And you should work on your goals like you have forever to live, and you should be that patient for the results. But when it comes to taking action, you should actually live like it's your last day, and you should just live every single day like that. Every single day, ask yourself, what if this was my last day? What would I be doing? Would I really be this stressed or thinking about or gossiping about those people? I think I'm also getting a lot of gossiping energy. So obsessive thinking could also be, thinking about what other people think of me. Why did they say that? Why did they say this? And then discussing that with 100 more people, and then 100 more people giving you 100 more opinions. So now you do the permutation combination. Now you do the maths, okay? You see how many opinions you are carrying within you. It's just unreal. You don't need all those opinions. Your soul does not like that. Your soul just wants to be a child, and just let it be a child. And for your gifts, I think like the greatest blessings in this lifetime, we have the Temperance, the Lovers, and the Six of Pentacles. So firstly, we have 6 and 6, so which talks about love and union. So in this lifetime, you have the gift of support. Because the Six of Pentacles talks about, other people supporting you financially. Lovers talks about, your loved ones or your lover or, your partner or your family supporting you and wanting to take care of you. And the Temperance talks about, just staying in your own energy and minding your own business and, just being happy on your own. I feel like you have this very cute energy where people are wanting to take care of you. But again, this unnecessary thing that wall that you've created around you, that thinks that you would be more successful if you act more responsibly, if you act more like an adult, and if you don't allow others to take care of you. I think that's why you're stressed. You have to just relax and allow others to take care of you. I think this is what your soul is naturally good at. This is what your soul enjoys, and this is the biggest gift in this lifetime, that you will be having the gift. You'll have a lot of friends, you'll have a lot of good relationships in this lifetime, a lot of support from the family, a lot of good things, a lot of people wanting to do things for you. Okay, all you have to do is accept that and just sit back and relax. My God, how, and these two are major arcanas, and the Lovers can also talk about, a healthy relationship. You also have the gift of being in a great relationship, supportive relationship, so that you're just being taken care of. Oops, I'm sorry. I think electricity went away, so lighting has shifted a little bit. But anyway, we've almost reached the end. So yes, so and the Six of Pentacles also talks about sometimes, soulmates and two souls coming together. You don't have to worry about anybody or anything. Everything is going to work out just fine. If you don't know who this person is, the love of your life, I think most of you are already in a happy relationship. But if you aren't, this person is very close. This person is very close. All you have to do is just relax, sit back, relax, and enjoy your life. That's the strongest message, okay? Yes, so that's all that I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful in some way. And yes, so please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and please click on the bell icon. And life goes on. And yeah, and all my links to my jewelry store, my Instagram, are in the description of this episode. So please feel free to contact me, and I'll see you again next time, and life goes on. Bye bye. Take care.